Okay, so next up is an inspection video for my customer Jessica. It's for her family's, one of her family stock cars. They're a stock car racing family. And this is a car they recently acquired, and the ask was, is this drive shaft any good? It's simple. So I'd had a joint in the back there, this guy right here, and you can see that it's wider this way than it is this way, and that's a combination joint. And the reason is that's 1310. That's the narrower dimension, and then it needs to go into a yoke like that. It would look like that. That's common GM also. Both were. They both were used for decades. And trying to swap one to the other is also common. It's called a combination joint, and that's what that is. However, these caps did not start out on this yoke, on this joint. No wider dimension, or the narrow one for that matter. There's only one way it would go in this setup, but these are from a later style U-joint, and when they were on this cross here, the dimension from here to here, where they're supposed to slide down in between here and here, was too much. It was like a whole cap, a whole clip too much. Plus, these have like a nylon thrust bushing, thrust washer at the bottom that goes in between there and there, and there's only one. So my caution is, if you have a yoke, I don't know whether this is the case or not, but if they have a yoke on that car that combination of stuff fit into, that yoke isn't any good, because that is not correct in it. Plus it would be running off center, which is, I think, what they thought might have been going on, but that's not all of it. So watch the indicator here. So basically I was going to put it in the balancer machine, but because I ran into this, I didn't. I can see what looks like, that's not a standard, that's not a factory weld there. So watch the indicator. That's on 0. I'll spin it around. It's running out just about 75 thousandths. That's more than 10 times what we would allow. Normally we want the drive shaft to be held within 5 thousandths, 3 to 5 thousandths, anywhere on the shaft. Basically on the older shafts like this, you got a little more tolerance and you can finagle them a little bit. But 70, that's a non-starter right there. That's not good. So that's the answer to the question that they wanted to know. And yeah, this thing has excessive run out. I do have a repair yoke. We could buzz that off and put a repair yoke in there and get them back going again. I gotta put this in the rollers and just see if this tubing is fundamentally straight. It's got 70 thousandths run out because that yoke is welded in cockeyed. It doesn't condemn the rest of this, but I would make sure that this was good before we went any further with it. So that's the answer to the question that was the ask. So I'm gonna pass this back to her so they can take a look at what I've got here, and we will discuss and decide what to do.